Alrighty, people. I got a little bit of a problem. Not quite 100% sure what to do. I made it pretty clear about how I feel about running yarder full time. My boss come to me this afternoon and has asked me to run yarder on the next job. And right away I told him no, I wasn't interested in it. But then he tells me that it won't be logging. So now
I got 11 on the truck and 14 on the trailer so far.
Now I'm a little bit intrigued, but so anyways, what the deal is, we got the Columbia River Gorge here, and they want to put a bridge across it. Well, they've got no way to get the concrete and everything that goes along with it down to where they need it to work with it. So he's been approached by a big construction outfit, and they want us to rig this old girl up and hook onto these portable concrete tanks and ship them down, be dropping them down in over 1,700 feet down in over the Columbia River Gorge. Now I'm really intrigued. But he tells me that it could only be a couple of 3 days a week. Now I'm not intrigued, because I want to work full time. But then he tells me it's a state job and it's a prevailing wage and it pays $57 an hour. Now I'm intrigued. But if I only work 2 or 3 days a week, then what's the sense? You know, if I only work 2 or 3 days a week, it doesn't matter unless I'm making $100 an hour, I'm losing money. But then he tells me that on the days that I'm not sitting in the yarder dropping stuff into them, they'll pay me $22 an hour to be on standby. So now I'm back to being intrigued. I think it'd be really neat. It'd be really cool to be shipping these great big, they're not great big, they're 5-yard concrete tubs, you know, 1,700 feet down over the Columbia River would be really cool, and they're going to have to set up a video monitor in here, so that'd be really cool. The only bad part about it is I have to go out of town to do it, and I promised Mama and the kids quite a few years ago that we'd quit doing that. So the kids are all growing except for the one, and he's pretty demanding of my time. And I really like waking up next to Mama every morning. But I'm really intrigued. I think this would be a really neat deal. So I haven't quite made up my mind yet. But if we do it, well, if he's going to do it one way or the other. But to do it, the yarder has to be certified through the state. So they're going to take this thing and they're going to go completely through it. The motor's got an oil leak right now. So they're going to completely rebuild the motor, do all that. You got to redo the whole cab and everything. Got to put a new seat in it. Got to put a video monitor. Got to put all new lines all the way around. Guy line, sky line, skin line, haul back, everything brand new. Gonna get her painted back up so she'll look brand new. And then they're gonna put runners right here. They're gonna move the exhaust back and put runners right here, so that when you get it, and I'll show you here after a bit, when you get around here so far, the tube is in your way so you can't see. But they're going to put these runners on there so we can move this cab side to side so you can see on both sides of the tube. So that'd be really cool. Get the cab completely redone, like I say, a new seat. They're going to redo all this. They're going to get rid of most of this, put it into like the new style yarders with the joysticks. That'd be really cool. Pretty hard to turn down $57 an hour too. That's 80 hours a week. That's $3,500 every 14 days. I like the sound of that. You know what I mean? Come on. steep side hill. We're logging straight onto it now, so that's why you see there I got her up into 5th gear, had her wide open. It's kind of nice to be on the, come off of the bad side of the log and get into the good. Still, the 2 kids that are working the rig, and like I say, the one is the owner's son, and he's got like a year's experience, so he's not even really much more than a choker setter. And then the other kid, Wyatt, he's got no experience, like 3 days. It makes me pretty nervous. They are down over a rock bluff. It's still straight on logging, but still
6 on the truck, about 7.5
still
on the
makes me
trailer.
kind of nervous those kids are down there. So anyways, that's where we're at today, trying to decide whether, like I say, I think it'd be really cool to be sitting down right on top the Columbia River Gorge, reverse gravity and that stuff in, and everything they got to do to the yarder to get it to, you know, pass the certification. Shoot, it'll be a brand new yarder. It's good money. Be, you know, 9, 10, 11 hours a day, so I make really good money when we're on, and I still make decent money when we're
5 on the
off.
truck, 6 on the trailer.
$20 an hour for 8 hours a day. I come home and hang out with Mama if I want. See, I don't know if you watched the last videos, the turn time was a little bit slower because of that side hill. Shoot, that wasn't even a 3-minute turn cycle. You want to try to shoot for 3 minutes. Now that I say all this, now they're spitting the drop line back out, so I don't know what they're doing. Now it'll probably be a 25-minute turn now. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. I really like being at home, but I really like money too. You know, and with the way the timber industry is up and down, I think we're kind of on a downward slope again. So to have this job, and I don't know how long of a job it is, but it's a multi-billion-dollar deal putting this bridge in there. It's obviously going to be, well, it'd have to be a little while, because they figure it's going to take 1,600 trips just to get the concrete in there that they need. And that's, I mean, they still got to have rebar and their forms, and I don't know what else that you have to put concrete in. So, sounds like a pretty big job. I think it'd be really neat to see this thing rigged up over top of the Columbia River Gorge, shooting that stuff in there 1,700 feet and looking on a video
3
monitor.
1/4 on the truck, 2.5 on the trailer.
Trying to put a 5-yard concrete bucket right on a dime 1,700 feet away. He did make me feel pretty good though, because he said if I wasn't interested in it, he really didn't want to take the job because he didn't trust anybody else to run the yarder to do it. I know a couple of guys that are darn good yarder engineers that, so if I don't take the job, I'll tell them to call them guys up because they're a lot better than me, a lot better. And where else are we at? What do we? Oh, I gotta ask about how do we keep our drums? That's what we call them, is drums. He asked, how do you keep your cable winches neat? We call them drums. It's all in the spooling, and I'll do a video on that and show you what I mean by spooling them on or whatnot. I tried to explain by typing it out,
1 1/4 up,
and I ain't real good about all that, so I'll do a video on it. Got a shout out from Buck and Billy the other day. That's huge. If you haven't seen Buck and Billy's channel, you need to go see it. So I must be doing something right. I got Logger Wade looking at me, and I got Buck and Billy So, and both of those channels are pretty good sized channels, and those guys they do really good. Awesome. I like watching those guys. And that Logger Wade,
There's one of those almost
he's
flooded.
just a hoot. That guy, I love watching him. He's a hoot. Oh, what else is up? What else is up? Sun's out. Nice day. Can't beat that, you know. It's not hot.
Who's that one up? About 300 pounds. We'll take her.
It's not cold, so I'll take it. Should be. They come up over this rock bluff, and then he lets me open her up. They just don't want me going too fast. You know, you hit that rock bluff and knock the rocks off or breaking logs and coming back at him. Oh, yeah.
Something else you can move just a little bit more.
You notice when I'm coming in, I'm jacking this throttle, and I am a real bad throttle jockey, really bad. This carriage we're running, it's a really nice carriage, and I like the way it works and all that, but it's just a little bit light for this yard.
Let me roll that one around there a little bit. I like it clean.
Jesus criminy. You get to coming in full bore, just laying the coal to her, and then you back out of the throttle, the carriage will run, and then I get a loop on my drum, and it just messes stuff up. So that's part of the reason I'm jacking that throttle too. Ah, shoot. Dang it. Oh, I completely missed you on that one, sorry. I'm gonna have to run it up. I was talking to you guys and not watching my drum, and I let it go by. So, what else? Been getting a lot of great comments, a lot of positive feedback. You know, if there's anything you want to know, anything you know that I'm not explaining or whatnot, just ask. Don't be afraid to ask. I'll try to answer it the best I can, and if I don't think I can answer it, I'll ask somebody that I know can, and we'll get that information right out to you guys. Alright, I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate all the subs. Everybody stay positive, be kind. Most of all, stay safe, get logs.